All right, y'all, we live.
Yeah.
So it's Only Forever podcast, and we sponsored today
sir.
by
Champion Energy.
Champion Energy.
Yes, sir. And what do y'all do?
We have a trucking company. We transport flammable combustible liquids within the Phoenix metropolitan area. We've been in business for about 8 months. Probably, I want to say, been out here for about over a year, a little bit over a year and a half. We started as employees first, and one thing led to another. Here we are.
Yep.
Oh, that's lit. That's lit. And y'all want to introduce yourself?
So I'm Bishop, aka Can't Stop Me Energy, aka Mr. Diesel, and you already know the other guy down here.
Yeah, my name Jamari. And, Can't Stop Energy next to me.
Yes,
And,
sir. And I'm
yes,
Dakar tattooing. And y'all can let me know what got you started in the trucking business.
Well, man, first off, I used to do a little bit of everything. I was all in the streets, acting wild, want to be what you see on TV, what you see on the music video, what you see on the every black story that you hear.
Yeah.
And wanted a different life. I come from poverty, come from not having things. Like I said, I grew up in a house with 13 people. Me, my grandmother, my auntie, her kids. My grandmother took us in when we was young. And so being in that environment, being where, you don't see a lot of positive things going on, as time passes and you see people going to jail and getting killed, you like, what am I going to do with my life? So a few years ago, I did some research on different careers and whatnot. And I was like, well,
Right.
what's the quickest way to a six-figure income? Because I'm all about time.
What 6 figures?
Anything over 100,000.
Oh, damn.
You
You
know,
know something, bro? You got that already?
Yeah, we done touched that a few times. I done burnt through it. This is my third time burning through 100,000. But this last 100,000 I'm gonna touch, I'm gonna turn to $1 million. Believe that.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
So it went like this. I was in a point where I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I was at my auntie house, sleeping on her couch, and I researched every single profession out there: pharmacist, physician's assistant, doctor, underwater welder, a tree cutter, going out to Alaska on them crab fisherman boats,
Right.
and trying to get a check. Like, what can I do to get here in this amount of time? And after I looked it up, trucking was the quickest way to a 6-figure income without a 2-year or 4-year degree. Because at the time, it was about time for me. So
Yeah. That's lit. And how you get into the trucking?
Well, I got into it mostly because my big cousin. And,
Y'all heard that? He had seen somebody doing it, and he followed the lead. A lot of people are afraid to follow somebody that's already doing it, but that's the GPS.
Right.
You'll get there quicker with somebody that's already doing it. Was you afraid to start?
No, I was never afraid.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always making minimum wage. And, when my cousin told me what he was doing out in Texas a couple years ago, I was like, man, I might as well take this big risk because I ain't doing nothing else with my life. I'm just working minimum wage. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to school. I went through schooling. Then he was like, man, I'm proud of you. You're really doing it, and I'm going to make this work for you. Since you believe me, you was the only one in our family to believe me. And I was like, shit, yeah, let's take this all the way. I ain't trying to stop, I don't care how hard it get.
That's lit. So he said he was the only one to believe in you or believe what you was spitting to him.
Right.
I know coming from the lower class or not having nothing, we want to bring everybody. And we be mad and we be pissed off that they not coming through that gateway or that bridge or that door that we built for them. How that made you feel when he believed in you?
man, it gave me a whole another amount of momentum. I've been preaching to my family, hey, let's start a business. Let's put our money together. Let's try to strategize. How we going to come up with this? And it's just so much fear-based. Well, who going to hold the money? And how this going to work? And what if he do this? And well, what if we win? And what if we do save the money? And what if we get ahead? What if that happened? People always want to go to the negative side of the narrative, like, because they so used to falling. But if we put our energy in the right direction, guess what? We can make something happen. We can move and can press on. He took, at the time he was working minimum wage, he had a $10,000 credit card that I showed him some credit game, tactics to get him up in the credit world, get his FICO up. Had a $10,000 credit card. I said, why don't you go pay for truck school with that credit card? It cost him $4,500.
You did it? You wouldn't pay for truck school?
Yeah, I paid $4,600 for truck school.
So, man, he used OPM. He took a credit card, the thing that people tell us don't use, and he used OPM to make more money. He invested in himself. He put that battery pack without coming out of his
Exactly.
pocket cash.
Exactly.
So I know a lot of y'all hear about credit and be like, don't use it. Just pay your phone bill or put some gas in your car and pay it off. Don't go over 30%. Sometimes you got to take that leap of faith. And in a trucking play, how can you lose? $4,500, he got to pay it back.
Right.
You feel me?
How
And
many
when
times you made that money back since you put that 4,500 down?
I made that at least 5 times.
5 times, 4,500 times 5.
Yeah, so that's just a clear cut example of what can happen when you leverage your credit over into your education. Like I tell people all the time, when you invest in yourself, there's no price too high ever.
Right.
Never. Self-education is everything. And I hear a lot of people like, I know we don't know nobody that's doing it. We got YouTube, we got books, we got Instagram, man.
Right.
You got to check your feed, man. Give yourself a self-audit. Look at your social media. What am I looking at? Who am I following? You know what I'm saying? What am I looking at on YouTube? Because we are what we consume. When I was in Chicago in the hood, we was listening to Lil Durk and them, drill music, niggas shooting at people. I've been shot at over 20-something times, you feel me? Never hit. And that's because my brother and them in the street. And it's 5 boys. We all 2 years apart, you feel me?
Right.
I'm the middle child. I'm the first one to graduate high school and the first one to go to college. And that's after I seen my brother and them go do 8 years, 9 years. And them same people that he was running the streets with didn't put $1 on a book. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't even call. Basically trying to hit your girlfriend. So which option, you know what I'm saying, you want to do? I know a lot of us kind of die after high school. What I mean by that is like we stop doing anything. We just go work a job. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't have nobody motivating us. So, hey, that's what we here on this platform to do. Motivate y'all, give y'all that champion energy, give y'all that. It's only forever goals. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do is forever. You know, everybody was screaming YOLO and life is short. Right. That's what we say in the hood. You can't die with it. You know what I'm saying? But you can live with it. You can pass it down, generational wealth. You can help your family out. You can spread them wings, man. So, man, y'all got to be smart out here, man. And congratulations for investing in y'allself. You feel me?
Appreciate
that
you.
was
Thank
lit,
you, thank you.
man.
Appreciate you.
Love it.
Taking that leap, too, that was dope. So
Yeah.
I believe, like, anybody should take that leap, bro. I know it's scary. You know what I'm saying? I know we can go to the club. We can put on a bottle, right? What you got on that bottle?
Man, I ain't got nothing on that.
I ain't got nothing on it. Right now, I ain't got nothing.
What about the blunt?
No, I ain't got nothing on
Man,
that
you don't want
either.
to smoke nothing?
Nah,
I'm trying to get this bag.
I'm trying to get to
Feel
that
me?
money, boy.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that's normally what we putting on, you feel me? So they put on champion energy and look at them now. How many months in?
What 9 months? I mean, since we started
August.
We formed the company February of this year, the 15th, and then we actually didn't buy the truck up until August. So I want to say 7 months.
How did y'all get
Yeah.
the money for the truck?
Man, we worked.
We
worked a
worked.
regular job.
Put our checks in.
Working now, and just kept stacking that money up. We put our
Yeah.
money into a same bank account. So he had a separate bank account at first, and then we formed the company on paper. We didn't even have nothing tangible, nothing physical. We put it all on paper first. Set up the LLC. It's actually set up as an S corporation, and so our income passes through. He's a member and I'm a member, so it passes through. So we only got to pay taxes one time, not as an employee member and then a W-2 employee.
Talk that shit.
So we did that. We put our money into the same bank account. It wasn't his money or my money. It was the company's money. And then we paid each other an allowance every week. Like right now, even though we making upwards of $35,000 a month in gross revenue, we only pay each other $500 a week. The company pays for all the bills, the car notes, the rent, this and that, and you got $500 a week to live on with no bills. I think that's a good size allowance. And we're getting ready to buy our second asset in about, I want to say 30 to 60 more days. And what's going to double the income we're making now. And it just keep repeating the same recipe. Let's get it.
In a year prior, that's what I was really making, $500 a week doing trucking. I was in a Class B truck, box truck, and you know the company didn't want to move me up to the next step. So, you know, this allowance is allowing us to know, like, we really trying to get there.
And it's lit because y'all paying y'allself. So a lot of people don't know, like when you work for this business and they paying you $20 an hour, they getting paid $60 an hour for you anyways. And a lot of people don't want to be on allowance. I saw research the other day. It was about married couples or couples in general. When they got one bank account, they move better in unison. They more likely to stay together because you can hold each other accountable. I know we very fearful of that. And you can't trust everybody, y'all. So if y'all out there, man, get some lawyers. Get some people with some paperwork that you can hold each other accountable also. So they trust each other and they was family. But trust me, there's a lot of stories out there where people got cutthroat. They took the money because, you know, our culture going to be like, but what if they do this? What if they do that? Get a lawyer. A lawyer don't cost that much.
Exactly.
That same money they running through, $1,000 lawyer, get some paperwork. I've been in business also for 13 years now. I opened up one tattoo shop with 4 of us. You know what I'm saying? So we was all 25% owners. I left that shop. went to another shop. It was supposed to be 3 of us. It ended up being 2 of us. And why I left those places because I moved to AZ. I felt like a couple of them was jealous because I'm into God and everything. I believe in a higher power. I think I was like out dancing on top of the car being a nigga. You feel me? With like the money in my hand or something. And they was like, your boy be talking about God, but he out there on top of his car with money.
Exactly.
God gave me this money, man.
God did.
You know what I'm saying?
God did.
Yeah. And I think they was like sneak dissing or something. I don't know what the moral of the story was, but I was like, damn, I can't show my money because of God.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we motivate. That's what Meek Mill, that's what the rappers say. They put on jewelry or whatever that to motivate. That's their way to motivate it.
Yeah.
Mans, I was happy, bro. That was the most money I ever made. I went from being hood rich to really being tattoo rich without drug money. The same thing y'all doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't
sir.
risking your life. I done seen my brother in them do 10 years. I done seen all my homies. We 15 deep. At least 75% of them done been in jail over 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then they get out and they be acting like the same age because they life froze.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
don't freeze
true.
your life. You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
You know, don't freeze your life. But I had to take my glasses off because you were saying S Corp and LLC and pay this and damn, how you know all that, bro? How you learn that?
This is just self-taught. This is, there's plenty of research out there. There's all types of avenues. You can talk to people who are currently in business. You can go on Google. You can go on YouTube, research, and just...
Wait, where's Google and YouTube at?
In your phone.
Oh, dang, the thing we be in all day?
All day long.
All day long.
Jump on that thing.
That's crazy.
Get with it. You know what I mean?
Self-audit. I told y'all, self-audit yourselves,
That's
man.
right.
Look at what you searching, man. Look at who you texting, man. What they sending you. What type of energy. Is they talking about Kiki and Mike cheating on each other?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is they talking about everybody else's business or are they talking about getting to the next level?
Getting to
if
the
you ain't
next
got that in
bag,
your phone,
yeah.
man, put an audio book in your phone, man. I know we want to listen to music. We drive, 20 minutes to work, 20 minutes home?
Exactly.
Them audio books only like 5 hours. So, you know what I'm saying? In a couple of days, you done went through a whole book. And if you don't like the book, flip the book. Listen to like 50 Cent in them. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's going to get you inspired to listen to books. They say the average millionaire reads what? About like 8 to 12 books a year.
Yeah.
The average human reads no books a year. The average person reads nothing besides Shade Room. You feel me?
That's a good point to make. I tell people this all the time. Would you rather get $100 million up front or a piece of paper with some information on it? And if you didn't say the piece of paper with the information on it first, you slow because you don't know what's on that piece of paper. You take that $100 million, but how do you know I didn't give you the formula to cure cancer on that piece of paper? You see what I'm saying? Now, how much is that worth? So a lot of people got to look at, what's in front of them. Stop just jumping to the first thing that they see and notice how important it is to have information. You could take a picture of a house, but if you don't have a blueprint for the inner workings, where to put the conduit, how to run the wiring, the plumbing, you can't get the whole scale. So
I like that.
Information is everything. That's how you create the foundation.
And I like that part because, a lot of us want instant gratification.
Right.
But if you get it instantly, you can never get back to it. So you want to learn the blueprint. You want to go through those potholes, go through those failures, go through everything. So if anything ever happened, you can get back to it. But if we just teleport you there, when you lose it, you lose everything. And that's when people be hanging themselves, going depressed and everything, and they don't know why. So I want to switch the narrative though. But so what's the advice on people who wants to start trucking and they don't have the money? What else can they do, or how do they start off? Either one of y'all can ask that.
Well, when you first start off, for me, I always had good credit.
Pause there. So
Everybody don't have good credit.
So everybody ain't got good credit. So how do they start off getting good credit? How did you start?
How I started, I just little by little. First I got a car loan. My bank only let me get a car loan before a credit card, which was crazy. But started with a car loan, paid that car off.
How much was the car?
Car was $5,000.
Boom.
Yeah, because they're going to give you a little loan. You could do that, or you
Yeah.
can get a secure card. Or y'all need to start going to these regular little federal banks. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Yeah,
go to
credit
the big
unions.
banks, credit unions and stuff like that, because they'll help you out more. They'll give you a card. Go in
Yeah.
there with like that check with $500, and then they'll ask you like, hey, can I get a secure card or a
Right.
secure loan? Secure loans work better. Y'all got to do y'all research on
is
that.
true.
But okay, next step.
So after the car loan, I went on Experian. I seen I had a 650 starting off, and I was like, man. So I just shot for a credit card, went to Discover. They gave me a $7,000 balance. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just work. I'm going to just use this for gas, phones, little stuff. Then
Did you ever mess that up?
no, I never messed it up. I never missed a bill, paid the bill on time.
How
10
didn't
days
you
prior.
miss the bill?
Just grinding. I was job to job. You know, if I didn't have it, I had to ask my moms or somebody else that had it, and I'll pay them back for it.
Definitely, and make sure y'all set those cards on auto pay so
Auto
you
pay,
don't miss
exactly.
a bill.
And I
Yes,
let them
sir.
know missing a payment on credit is a felony on credit.
That is a
Do not
felony.
miss a payment. I told them I don't care if you got to go
You in
hungry.
jail
if
for
you pay
2
that-
years.
I don't care
Exactly.
if you
You
don't
in
pay
jail
that
for
bill.
2 to 3 years now
Exactly.
because it's gonna be a ding on your credit.
Yeah.
Y'all look into all that also.
And you know, even if you don't have credit, you don't know what credit do. I would say, you know, just try to get a loan. Anybody give you a loan. You know what I'm saying? See how much the trucking school is. Even if you don't want to do the loan, you can always go to these companies and get, you know, a free license.
That's the play. You heard that. You can go to these companies. You could use other people's money. Go to the company. They'll pay for you to go to school, right?
Let me elaborate on that.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is there are literally thousands of trucking companies
Thousands
who will
on
take
thousands.
people who don't know how to drive a stick shift, never drove a truck in their life. They will put you in school. They will pay for your tuition for your trucking school and your license. And you'll probably do like a year obligation to
Yeah,
them.
6 months to a year.
So if you do that obligation, bam, you just got trucking school
Hold
for
on,
free.
hold on. What's the obligation? What is that?
You might have to drive them for a year, 6 months to a year, or maybe 2 years, but you don't have to pay. What does the school cost now? And now that they just changed the FMCSA rule, which means you got to go through an approved government school, you can't just jump in your uncle truck no more.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that school can cost you up to $15,000 now, possibly $10,000.
Hold on. So you got people out here that'll pay 10 to 15,000 for you to go make bread, and then they gonna put you on one of their trucks.
Exactly.
So how much risk is that to you?
Zero risk. The only
Zero risk. So you got people that don't know you that's gonna put you in a truck. Of course, it's gonna make them money, but it's gonna make you money.
thing, give you a career.
Yeah, they're gonna give you a career, and you might have to work a year or two. But after that, look, you can go get your own truck. You could take that money and put it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how did you put the money up? Was you working like in somebody else's trucking business at first?
I was working for a company called Stevens Transport, one of the best training fleets in the United States of America. And this is the
Say
real
that again.
one of the best training fleets in the United States
And what's
of
their
America.
name?
Stevens Transport. They're in Dallas, Texas, off of I think it's Military Parkway.
Search it up, y'all.
I worked for them. So what they do is they put you through a process. You do classroom time, you do road time, and then back in the classroom. And then after that, they send you out on the road with a trainer for a couple of months. Then you come back from that level of training, you go back out with another student that went what you just went through.
So when you went there, how did you pay for your living and everything?
They pay for everything. They pay for my hotel. They pay for my travel back and forth from the school. I literally had to come out the pocket none, and I stacked all my money because guess what? I wasn't paying rent. I was staying in the truck at the time, so I was looking at it like, hey, it's a win-win for me.
That's crazy. So they literally the Jesus of trucking. They literally
Basically.
paid for you to live. They paid for you to go to school.
Food,
they
all
paid
that.
for you to go in the truck. Then they paid you to drive the truck. They took all the risks. What you waiting on? No excuses. Now he gave you to play. He gave you to play.
Exactly.
Build your credit. Get into the trucking business. You know what I'm saying? So how much does it cost to start your own trucking business? Like, how did y'all get your own truck?
So this ain't my first rodeo. A few years back, I was in Texas and I was working in the oil
Wait, you
field.
used to ride bulls? Or you used to be on bulls?
Something like that. Something like that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
go
that
on.
Peterbilt bull with that 13 speed. But no, before I was working in the oil field, I started my business called IBT. I built this. This is my first round. I really didn't know what I was doing. I came into a lot of money. I was making $40,000 a month by myself before I hired either one of my employees. Started getting arrogant, started getting cocky. And long story short, I lost a blessing, but I learned a lesson. And God showed me just how quick he can give it to you and take it away if you don't handle your business.
And those lessons are blessings. You know what I'm saying? If anything happened to you, look at the pro and the con. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hurt, but you learned a lesson. You learned to respect or whatever you had that situation. So what would you say do different? Like, what would you do different that you didn't do then?
Well, what I'm doing now,
Yeah.
I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm being very diligent about my work schedule, all of my habits, the people I have around me, who I'm letting in my circle. If you're not supporting or talking about something positive, I don't care if you're not in trucking, if you in tattoos or if you in, selling cars, whatever you're doing. The people I'm surrounding myself with are people who are trying to advance and grow, entrepreneurs, somebody I could exchange some conversation with that's going to bring value to me. If you're just talking about sitting up, chasing booty, and you want to go out to the club, you want to buy rims and paint the cars and all of that, that's cool. But let me tell you something right here and right now. They've been drinking. They've been chasing women.
They been
bring
smoking.
thy cuppeth and fill up thy cuppeth and bring thy wench. They've been drinking.
And you heard
Yeah.
that word he said, value. Value, y'all. Y'all got to look and see who's bringing value in your life. And if it's not a lot of people around you, like I said, it's in books, it's in these YouTube channels and everything. Just make sure that you get around valuable things and valuable people, and don't disrespect them or treat them wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people believe they valuable, but they coming with nothing. So you got to watch who's around you. And sometimes people change, and it's okay. In business, y'all going to learn. When you start a business, everybody be mad at their family because they feel like they ain't supporting. They ain't doing this. Y'all ever felt like that?
I always feel like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to make another point. You necessarily don't got to come with money.
Yeah.
If you can come with some energy and some support.
The knowledge.
And willing to learn, willing to be teachable, that's value to me too.
That's the number one thing. Be teachable, y'all. Right. If you're going to come ask, don't tell me why that can't happen. You see how he said what he was doing in Texas, and then he told him, and then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm coming. He was willing to be teachable.
I told him I'm on the way.
Yeah.
Just give me a few months.
You feel me? Yes, sir. How long it took you to come?
Took me about 2 months.
2 months. You feel me? Yeah. And it don't matter how long it take you to go. The quicker you go, the quicker you know. You know what I'm saying? The quicker you grow. So you got to be real smart with that. And I got another question. Did you have another point you want to hit?
I just wanted to say, how scary was it for you, Jamari, to leave your home state, everything you ever known, never being around anything separate from your family? How was that transition for you?
Well, at first thought.
Wait, pause. How old are you?
27.
And then how old are you?
41.
And then I'm 35. So he young in the game, and he getting blessed by big cuzzo. You feel me?
Right.
So that's a blessing in its own. But go ahead. So you did that young.
Yeah, I did that real young. I did it at 25. Got my license. You know, found a local trucking company that took me on. And most companies don't do that, but it was a blessing. You know, I got that experience, 8 months. But on the other hand, what my cousin said, was it scary to leave what I ever known, you know, back in California to Arizona? I was, you know, contemplating a little bit, but I was like, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You know, this thing could not go good or could go good. I'll stay here. But I was just like, man, I'm on the first plane trip over there. If you talking what you talking and it sound good, look good, feel good, then I'm going to definitely be over there.
Yeah. And the same for me. When I came out here, I had $300 in my pocket. 200 of it I borrowed from my brother.
Hold on, so you only had 100 and bro gave you the 200.
Exactly.
And then you left.
And I left.
My boy left with 300 in a dream and a broken wing.
A phone call. Somebody said they needed a driver. I was like, here I come. At the time, I had burned through 100 bands trying to start a company to repair 4x4 trucks. Because I was like, I'm through with trucking. I don't want to drive no more, kind of giving up on the idea, not getting that champion energy. So I got a phone call it was June 23rd. My pops called me like, hey, it's an opportunity out there in Arizona. You need to go see about it. I didn't hesitate. Let's get it. I called the dude, and he was like, I need you. I said, I'll see you next week. He's like, I need you tomorrow. Flew me out there the next day.
So
I was here on the 24th to 25th. I was working.
And we out here in Arizona, for y'all that don't know. You started your business in AZ or
in AZ? No, it's formed in AZ. Yep.
Yeah, I started my tattoo shop also in Arizona. It's Only Forever Tattoos. Look us up. If you need any help with learning how to tattoo, how to start a business, you can contact any of us. If y'all want to get into the trucking play, follow their pages. They probably ain't been posting because they've been working, but follow their pages. Hard. You feel me? DM them. Say congratulations. Ask questions. If you got money already, you can probably pay them, and they can help you get to that next level quicker. You feel me?
That's right.
Sure.
Remember, invest in yourself and invest in people that's already doing it and that's in the field. I see right now a lot of days, and in this moment today, a lot of people are being taught not to work. They don't want to work. They don't want to do it. They just want to sit at home and have the money coming in. First, you got to get in the field. First, they got to get in those trucks. Because when they build a trucking empire, there's going to be other drivers in those trucks. Exactly. But they need to know how to fix this, how to run this route, how to talk to the
dispatcher, how to use your time wisely when getting to a location.
Okay, pause. We can go there. So what's some terminology they need to know about trucking? So is the dispatcher, what else?
You want to know about we're in hazmat. So you want to know what product you carrying. You know, is it ethanol? Is it diesel? Is it
wait, hazmat, what's that?
Hazardous material. So we haul flammable.
So y'all them big gas joints that are
big gas joints, yeah.
Shiny tankers.
So that's like life risking, right?
Oh yeah.
I want to say it's more risky being this color. Because
ain't that what people gonna tell you?
Yeah, that's what people.
Ain't you gonna die in that truck, bro? If somebody.
Hey, that's what I hear every day.
Right. But it's people dying on the block.
Yeah, they dying on the block just standing there.
Or they dying doing drugs.
Or,
Yeah.
or getting pulled over.
Or get
Yeah.
pulled over.
Routine
So,
police stops.
I don't know the percentage. Y'all look it up though, but like on the average, since y'all been driving, how many people normally crash those trucks? You think?
It's a low percentage. And
Very
when it
low,
is,
at least
somebody will do what
5%.
they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Those rules are put in place. 99% of accidents are preventable if you're doing what you're supposed to. I'm not scared of that. I'm more scared, like I said, walking around with this hat on in a neighborhood.
And some jewelry or something where they
Right.
where they rob you and try to kill you. So
it's not that serious, man.
So let me ask you a question: have any one of y'all been in an accident before?
Yeah, but I wouldn't do.
I have as well.
And see, it's okay to be in an accident. Look, they still here, they still driving. I know half of y'all out there that been in a car accident.
Man.
That's life, man. Don't be making up all these excuses why you can't do this or why you shouldn't do this. Did you want to break down another point when you're talking about the hazmat and all that stuff?
We can
What
go-
you recommend? Should they do hazmat or what did they
So
put you in the other truck first, right?
Trucking is a $875 billion industry.
Wait, how much?
875 billion, and that's just on record for what they know, because a lot of cats getting paid under the
Right.
table, so it's a lot of money off the wood. You can get into flatbed trucking, which is like strapping down lumber, concrete barriers for the city. I don't care who you are in the world or where you standing right now. If you stand in the room and do a 360 spin, you cannot look at a single item that not been on the truck at one time in his life. When it
Hold on,
comes
so this stuff on the wall been on the truck?
all on the truck.
What about these plants on the truck?
Everything.
Oh, on the
People-
truck.
People
What
been
about
on
my laptop?
That
Everything.
laptop,
These
microphones, table,
when they come
water.
off the plane.
So y'all moving all this?
All
When
this.
it come
So
on the
respect
plane,
to all the truck
exactly.
drivers out there, man. When y'all
That's
on the
right.
road,
Exactly.
man, stop hopping in front of them, stop driving crazy, man. They trying to get you,
Yeah, my
get
career's
you
on the
all
line.
this stuff. You feel me?
I got to drive for them. But like
Yeah.
I say, when they come off the plane, when they come off the ship, it come to us, and then we move it and spread it out amongst the different cities and states.
So do y'all drive local or do y'all go like state to state? What do you recommend for people that be like, oh, I don't want to be on the road all day. I don't want to be gone from my family. Can you drive state?
Well,
can you drive in the
I
state?
put it like this: if you never seen the world, as in the United States, go over the road, see how you like it. If you don't like it, come back, find something local. There's always gonna be something local. You know what I'm saying? And I think local is the best way to go. You know, if you ain't got no family, you ain't got no kids, go over the road for sure. But if you want to be close to your family, if you got kids, and you want to be there every holiday, do something local. You know, I know there's
so it's options out here to either
it's
or.
it's multiple options for sure. You
So
could
there's no excuses for that, man.
no excuses at all.
That's lit. And a lot of us don't see the world. You heard them? Go see the world. Go get on the road, man. Go see these different cities.
Exactly.
Cats, they left the block.
Man, I
their
know
whole
niggas
life.
that
They
didn't
seen
leave
around
the
corner.
neighborhood, bro.
Neighborhood, yeah.
The neighborhood. I'm blessed. My father's from Alabama, so he took us to South Side, West Side. I had parents that got divorced and all that, so we had to move from the hood to the suburbs, back to the hood. I'm like, dang, we went the wrong way.
Right.
To the west side, to the south side, to gang banging on this side, to that side. You feel me? And I was like, man, so did you see the world before that?
I did not.
So shout out to Truck, and they moved you around the world.
Yeah, they moved me around the world a little bit, but from when in 2020 March 16th, that's when I first got my license, and a week after that, COVID hit, so everything shut down.
Hold on. 2020, that's when COVID was in the prime,
In
where
the
everybody
prime,
was in
yeah.
fear. You was out here
I was out here moving these products. You know what I mean?
because you was what they call it at that time, essential.
worker.
Essential worker,
Yeah, essential.
exactly.
I was coming out the house, thought I was FBI agent. How they
The-
get on
the
freeway,
freeways was
stop
so-
me.
yeah.
I do this. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So that.
Oh, so it was really people on the freeway like stopping
In
you.
California, when I was living at the time, it was empty. If you weren't
Nobody
like,
on the freeway.
if you weren't an essential worker, like you haul fuel, they let me go immediately.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
Everybody need their gas. Everybody need their groceries. Everybody need their clothes.
Exactly.
So
Whatever you ate in your stomach, it's in your stomach. Probably been
So
on the
did
truck.
that make you stop with COVID? Was you a little more afraid?
I was never afraid. No, I was like, I just got my license. I ain't finna sit in the house for 3-4 months. I might as well go out here and get this bread.
So for some of the people out there, how did y'all like come up with like y'all business plan? Did you learn that from the other company a little bit, or did you like have to research that?
Well, I had most of the experience. Previously I've done this. So like I said, when my first rodeo.
But so for the advice for like if you haven't done this,
Right. So if you've never done this, you want to do your research. The first thing you want to do is come up with a game plan. What industry do you want to work in? Do you want to be in flatbed? Do you want to be
Dry van, reefer.
in hazmat, reefer, dry van? Dry van is something that just carries dry products, like maybe some toys to a toy store, maybe some clothing for Macy's. Reefer being refrigerated products like lettuce, tomatoes, excuse me, some onions or any perishable item. Tanker, obviously, you can haul jet fuel, you can haul ethanol, transmix. diesel, diesel, all types of
Avgas.
chemicals. Right, avgas.
That's lit.
Aviation gas. I mean,
Yeah, all of that.
That's lit. So which one pay the most?
Heavy haul.
heavy
And
haul. Yeah.
Heavy haul and
pays
hazmat
the
in my
most.
experience. Shout out to Y100. Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
100 put you on that.
No, I did heavy haul before I did hazmat. So I've been in every part of the industry. Me, man, I did flatbed. I did the reefer.
What's heavy haul? You talking about where it be like oversized load in that truck?
That's
we driving?
right.
So
That's right.
That giant
I know y'all be
crane.
seeing them big dumb ass trucks on the road.
You
that
be seeing spaceships,
you be wanna-
airplanes.
You want to dip around? Like,
Yeah.
Be careful.
They get the big bucks. It's a company called Southern Pride that just hauls
Yeah.
the jet.
What's the
motors.
company name again?
Southern Pride.
Okay.
They out of San Diego. They haul jet motors for the planes. They take the engines to get
And
serviced.
this is why I'm telling y'all to DM these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You hear that? You hear they knowing these company names. They knowing what they do. You know what I'm saying? They out here in the field. They know their terminology. They done put in that work. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge is in their brains, man. You know what I'm saying?
$625,000 a year hauling those jet motors.
That's how much you make.
Yeah.
Wait, how much?
$625,000.
$500,000?
$625,000 a year.
Yes,
That's why I
sir.
said trucking. You can either be
And
an
if y'all ain't got
employee-
no kids, whatever, man, sacrifice it.
Sacrifice
You can do that
it.
for 1 year and invest in some real estate, own some land. and
Exactly.
that's the plan. You gone. So where y'all see y'all business in a year?
Um,
So I want to talk to
Listen.
y'all out there. So you always want to have monthly goals, daily goals, yearly goals, 5-year goals,
Right.
and now you can see yourself getting to it. You can look at that calendar and hold yourself accountable. So I'm asking them this, so when we look back at this video and we doing another one in the future, because these niggas lit, I know y'all gonna want them back on here and see
Oh,
what's
yeah,
going
most
on.
definitely.
You feel me? So so where y'all see yourself in a year?
7-figure range.
Yeah.
And how are y'all gonna get there? Because right now, how many trucks y'all got?
We just have one.
We got
and that's
one
creating
truck.
High 6-figure income, anywhere from $350 to $400.
So in one truck, y'all already almost
And
at
that's without him.
Yeah.
He actually is an employee for the company we work for. So we taking his income and combining it with the company income. He's working underneath the business as a private
Right.
contractor. So I'm driving our truck. He's driving as an employee, but all the money going into the same place.
The same pot. Yep.
Same pot.
Man, and y'all two niggas that came together and say, hey, let's put all this food on one table.
It's not
Exactly.
his money or my money. It's the company's
It's the
money.
company's
And
money.
The only thing that matters is the result. It's mind over matter. When your mind's made up, don't nothing else matter. Where you want to go? What you want to drive?
And
Where
I'm
you wanna
sure
live?
I'm sure y'all gonna ask these questions. I bet both of them done messed up some money before.
Oh,
But
plenty
guess
of
what?
time.
You feel me? Because we gonna mess up some money.
We
One
gonna
thing
mess
about our
up
culture,
all the
we gonna
time.
mess up some money.
Yeah.
But if you got
Change.
two people that's putting in the work, it's always better than yourself.
Exactly.
You gotta trust somebody. Cause in business, it's cutthroat anyways. Trust me, your job will fire you today and hire the next man tomorrow.
You'll be an afterthought.
So don't be too angry at people. Me being in business for 13 years, I probably done helped over 70 tattoo artists, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like at times in our culture, we are angry.
Yes.
We want you to understand that all the stuff I did to get here, you know what I'm saying? It don't go that way. You did this to bless others. So from me being 13 years in entrepreneurship, I would tell y'all, man, don't be so hard on people. That's why jobs give you like certain days off, sick days, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff, man. In tattooing, we ain't have vacation days. We can't go on vacation because if we don't work, we don't eat. You feel me? So, of course, people, you see they both was, most people would be like, hell no, I ain't mess up no money.
Right.
They gonna cap. You see how they both was joyfully like, hell yeah, because guess what? Money comes and goes, but a person that's in your life with that value don't come too often. I'm sure you didn't told how many family members you think?
A dozen, at least 2 dozen. But I could tell you one thing. I'll tell you a short story. So me hauling gas out here locally, I was hauling fuel to the rental-car place, Hertz, I think it was. It was a youngster. Kept talking to me like, how much money y'all making, such and such. I gave him the blueprint. He was making $13 an hour washing cars. He went to trucking school. He texted me on his phone, hey, big OG, I did this. He got a job. He making $25 an hour now.
And I know a lot of y'all out here gonna go start. I know y'all searching this up. So now that you found it, go start it, man. And when you go start, DM both of them. You know what I'm saying? And tell them I started. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. You don't have to hit up your family members. I think a lot of us be wanting our family to know that we started. You know what I'm saying? Start it, go do it, bring it back to the family. Like they say, go get you some social proof.
And
You know what I'm saying?
don't worry about the money. The money been there.
And,
learn your skill set first. Learn how to do what you know how to do great.
We was talking a little bit before the podcast, and I was asking him like, "What's champion energy?" And he was talking about combustion and run. So I'm gonna have him hype y'all up with that. So go
how
and hype
we
him up
came
with
up
that.
with the name Champion Energy is this. you got to have a heart of a champion in anything you do. Everybody can relate to that. A champion is someone who goes out and wins. They don't care what time it is. They don't care what day it is. They don't care if it's hot, cold. They don't care if the money low. They going to get it. So that's how we came up with that part of the name. The energy comes from same as the champion and having champion energy. But we haul fuel in combustible liquids. So when those jet fuels and premium and regular go through the combustion process, it turns into what? Energy to move that plane, to move that jet, to make that Caterpillar bulldozer move. So we put them both together, and that's how you got champion energy. And that's the kind of mindset that we want to have and instill in people we're around to think like a champion. Be consistent, be relentless, be dedicated and committed to what you're doing, and you will see the results. Everything is a process. If you 60 pounds overweight and you're trying to lose that 60 pounds, guess what? It's a process. So I just tell people, have a heart of a champion, stay focused, stay conditioned, keep people around you who can encourage you. And when you say, I want to open up a restaurant, and they say, well, I tried it, it didn't work. It didn't work for you. You don't know what I can do.
And y'all got to, wait, are y'all the first entrepreneurs in y'all family?
Yes, we are. We are. Be the first millionaires in our family, too.
Are y'all the first business owners? Have anybody else own any type of business?
No.
No, not that I know of.
Yeah, not that they know of. I'm not the first business owner in my family. My grandparents did it and my mother did here, and they had a physical location.
I take that back. I got to go back. My grandfather started a towing company business when I was real
little. Yeah, Bishop Towing.
He was in the truck.
He was in the truck.
He was in the truck. He was in the truck.
Now look at that. Now look at that timeline. What y'all in?
Trucking.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Thing.
But they ain't towing. They towing. It's the same thing. They taking something to somewhere.
Somewhere, right?
Yeah, and that's lit. So you don't need that in your family. You could be the first one, and y'all got to remember, our parents did their best. We the first generation where we can pull up our phones, pull up YouTube, look on.
We got all
feed.
this information.
We got all the information. Ain't no excuses for us. Our family, our parents, they can have excuses. You know what I'm saying? Literally, they had people ropes around our necks and people holding us accountable for shit we didn't do.
Right.
Now, the only person you got to hold accountable is you. So when y'all get up every morning and you feeling unmotivated, how do you get motivated? Because I'm sure it was times where y'all had like burnout, or you didn't want to get up and you didn't want to go to work, or how do you still go through it?
Well, I'll let my cousin speak on that one first, and I'll give you.
Well, how I get motivated was, when I get a down day, when I'm lonely, I'll be like, man, instead of just moping around and feeling sad for myself, at the end of the day, I know what I have to do. And
big facts.
What I have to do is see this business grow and make sure that I don't have any mess-ups, no mistakes. And at the end of the day, we all got bills. We're going to have bills for the rest of our life until we die.
Yeah. And you get married this year, too.
Yeah.
Next year coming
up, I'm getting married, too.
Congratulations, young, getting married. And I know in our culture, man, they is pushing single culture right now. Single vultures out here, bro.
Vultures, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's better to get married, man. Two become one, and then those finances become one. Exactly. You might be making 30 a year. The average black person make anywhere from like 32 to 42,000 a year.
That's
so
right.
if y'all come together, y'all almost at 6 figures.
Exactly.
Rent right now is anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. So you are already out of like 18 to 24,000 that year.
Yeah.
We moved into an apartment.
Yeah.
Right out the house. We downsized to save the money. We ain't tripping where we live at. We ain't tripping off where we drive. You know what I mean? And that's the sacrifice you got to make.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm 35, y'all. I didn't get a car note till I was 33. I did have like a lot of old schools though. In Chicago, we like drug dealer looking.
Oh yeah.
So the police thought we like sold drugs all the time. My brother and them was in the streets doing that type of shit. So when they pull me up, my background, I'm his alias. He would use my name. So when they run my plates, I'll probably be put over like in Chicago at least 20 times a month. They'll see they put you over and still pull me over. Because in those cars, normally you got drugs, guns, something like that. Right. I got tattoo ink, you feel me? So I had old schools, old cars, you feel me? So until I waited till I was 33 to have a car note. You know how bad that hurt? I saw my boys pushing all the nicest whips, and I knew I was making more than them, but it wasn't about that. I knew that I had more to do. I had a next level to get to. So I waited until I got the AZ somewhere safe before I hopped in that Hellcat. I hopped in that Corvette and somebody trying to pull me up out of it.
Right.
You feel me? Or they trying to take my life for this car. So be careful on how y'all move and what you invest in your money in. So with y'all being the first entrepreneurs in y'all family and business owners besides granddad, congratulations. Shout out to granddad for doing that. Shout out to grandma, you know what I'm saying? And y'all, what's next? What's next? So what y'all say in 5 years? Because you said in 1 year.
So we're gonna scale this business up and grow it as much as possible, and then we're going into the real estate game. We, like you said, I need more than one door.
Wait, what's that again?
multi-family home.
Multi-family home.
And then no, you said real estate though.
Yeah, real estate.
Yeah, dang.
He who owns the land owns the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not making more. They're making more cars, they're not making more land.
Yeah. Steve Harvey said in his he was like on a TV show or something. He was like he asked for other people's land. He says enough land in this world for everybody, so he wake up in the morning and pray for those people who don't want that land. He'd be like, God, give it to me.
That's
Let's
right.
get it.
You feel me?
That's right.
So you know what I'm saying. And I want y'all to also know, be careful what you ask for, because the universe is gonna give it to you.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
Indeed.
So people try to ask for 100,000, like my boy said he was running through, and you couldn't even control 1,000.
That's right.
So make sure you get you a financial plan, get your financial IQ up,
Definitely.
learn about credit, learn about everything, because without that financial IQ, you can't get to the next level at all. And it's okay to use OPM. So like some credit cards have 0 interest, right? So you can get you an $8,000 credit card. You don't have to pay it back until a year. Of course, you're going to pay the minimum every month on that auto pay, but you don't have to pay it back until a year. So what can you get $4,000 for? You could get a T-shirt press. I know a lot of us want to start
T-shirt
off.
press,
Get a T-shirt press. That's $500, bro. Buy a couple T-shirts, get your prints, print them out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's no excuses. Sell them to your homies. Put them on your shirt. You know what I'm saying? Put them on a
Mobile
few
coffee
people.
shop, anything.
Anything, man.
Just
There's a
get
lot
creative.
of stuff you could do. Get creative. Be confident. So in 5 years, you say, y'all, how many properties y'all gonna be owning?
I'm talking about
at least 80 to 100.
We'll try. I'm gonna say at least 30 doors.
Yeah.
30 doors for sure.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
a couple multi-units.
I like the 80.
You
Yeah.
know?
I always
like
I always shoot higher.
I like
to
the
see
80
where I'm
'cause
going.
When you shoot, they say 10x it. Grant Cardone, y'all need to watch them too if y'all into the
Alright,
real estate.
bet.
10x. Read that book,
10X.
10x rule. That's one of the dopest books out here, man. If you say you want to make 100K a
He said
year,
100
no,
Hey, I gotta
put
respect that.
put a
Check me
million.
Put a million up there.
Put a million up there.
Always
Even if
shoot
you
for
don't
the
get
highest.
even if you don't get to a million, you got to 3 now.
Exactly.
But if you put to 100, man, you putting a ceiling on yourself.
Yeah.
You
That's
feel
right.
me? No caps over here, man. You know, you give us anything. We ain't
right.
capping.
Nah.
Even though we win them.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, I
sir.
see myself in the years, multi-units, you know what I'm saying? Educating people on business, having one of the latest business podcasts with people like us. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? That's black people, this skin right here. A lot of people ain't talking about this. They talking about being single, mingling, getting drunk, who cheating on who. You feel me? So we out here pushing this game.
Living
So,
proof that we can
yeah.
work together as family. You know what I mean? It can happen. It will happen if you have the proper mindset, and then you get to action.
Okay. Y'all want to get a little personal? Can I ask y'all a question?
What's up?
Okay. So what's like the biggest argument y'all had in business? Do y'all want to answer that?
I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah, go
So,
ahead.
In my
Cool
past,
with that?
I'm cool with that.
You see,
yeah.
I'm asking that because
Yeah.
I ain't gonna.
Nah.
family right here. We talking
Nah, we
about
a
this.
family.
This is real.
Family.
We
Yes.
family. We gonna talk. So,
Yeah.
little cuz, I done had money in my past. I done blew through money, got this and that.
Thousands.
In your past, like what? In your 20s, your 30s?
Yeah, I done had all types of money. I done played with money. They seen us doing that. So when he got into this money, listen, I'm gonna just say his mom flew out here.
Put your glasses on. Look
Yeah,
up.
put your glasses on.
Yeah,
His mom
I
flew
don't
out here for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I think he spent a little over 5 bands in a couple of days. I'm like, hold on, what you doing,
Who
bro?
flew out here?
His mother.
My mother, my brother, and my
Family.
fiance.
Right,
He had, to show,
family.
he had to show them what he was doing.
Exactly.
He had to show them
right.
he could move the ship. You feel me? And I bet they respected that. But
That's
No,
right.
they didn't know. They didn't.
They
didn't know the
they,
other side.
They
they
got
did-
swiping the car, so they don't know
yeah,
what's going on,
they
but
had no idea
it's
where I
totally
was spending. I
because
spent 5 bands in a week,
yeah.
and I ain't gonna lie, that felt good for me, making $500 a week to letting them fly them out here, get them a hotel, take them to nice dinners, go shopping,
moving like a boss.
moving like a boss, and it was
Would you move like that again if they came back out here again?
hell yeah, 2 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
That's why we're working hard.
yeah, I'm working hard every day, 6-7 days a week, grinding. And I was like, I want to see them. I want to show them what I'm doing out here, that I ain't messing around. I'm trying to get somewhere, and I want us to get somewhere. I want to build generational wealth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And see, with that, I would tell y'all, like, man, the dangerous thing that he did, and we all do. I had business partners. I done did it. I done fucked off money, did all type of shit. You feel me? I had business partners do that, man. It's okay. We messing up. We the first generation of business owners, so
That's
we don't know
right.
better. But I can give y'all the play. So you want to have different accounts for that. So you want to have your tax account. You want to have your like
Personal.
account.
experience account, like something that you want to go take trips and do stuff like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You want to have your account, your secure account. So like if something happened, you can fall back on it. You want to have, you know what I'm saying, your
Joint
investment account.
Investment account,
You know
joint
what I'm
account.
saying? And then you want to, all that's going to go on one account, and then it's going to
That's right.
Allocated.
to all those other accounts. So now you can see. So that's a different way to do it. But we don't learn that. I learned that in the book. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look up the book and give it to y'all, though. But you had something to say?
Yes. So how it started was, I came out here. I was making about 2,000, 3,000 a week, and I was just saving up then. Cause
Wait. You ain't gonna skip that line. How much? how much a week?
about 2,000, 3,000 a week.
Man, okay.
First starting off,
Yeah, crazy.
and me being me, I'm always a spender. You know what I mean? And Cuz was like, man, we gotta put this money together. We gotta make this business. And I was like, all right, what's the worst that could happen? Then us still being combining and together on the bank account, the business
What
account.
else do we combine?
We combine
Our debt.
our debt, our finances, and
Wait, hold on. So y'all not only put y'all money together for a trucking business, y'all also using y'all money for debt and everything else too?
debt, bills, anything else we have to pay.
So like credit, all that stuff?
Credit, all that stuff.
Everything.
It all falls down.
That's
under the
amazing. You don't
business.
see too many people do that. So y'all heard that play?
We from August 28th, we had 83,600 and some change in debt.
Yeah.
We knocked that down to under 50.
But what
50
type
52,000.
what type of debt is that though? Is that
That's
like y'all
credit card debt. These car loans, credit card debt, debt from the business for purchasing the truck, all of that. We just merged it all together.
Okay, so that was like smart OPM in there too though, like with the truck and
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
So we've every month, our credit scores were 600 and 677. We paid down this debt. We accumulated some more credit, applied for some more credit. I got some friends that work in finance. Shout out to Cali Mo Solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife, they clean up credit, do annuities.
Y'all heard that? Shout them out again.
Cali Mo Solutions.
Calimo Solution.
Yeah.
Spell it out. Do you know how to spell it out?
Yeah, CALIMO and then Solutions.
Okay.
Yeah. They do annuities, insurance, life insurance policies. They're financial teachers is what they do. I call him for advice. Like I said, I surround myself with people who are like-minded and trying to elevate and, and we from the streets. He sold drugs and he switched his life around. Met his wife, got married, have a beautiful family. They on their fifth home. You know what I'm saying? And they first multi-unit, I think it's like 6 doors.
Yep.
So he went from 4 doors, then put a 6th door on top of that.
That's
And
right.
he told
10 doors.
He told us that if he could go back, he would have bought a multi-unit right out the gate. So I told my realtor in the event when everything goes through, look for us a multi-family first. He'll live on one side, I live on the other side.
That's
We'll rent
right.
the third or fourth one out.
And then to pay for the building.
Let's go.
And when you got 4 doors, if anything happen, you know what I'm saying? If one person leaves, this building is not going to be handicapped because there's other people in here that can pay
Exactly.
Right.
it. On top of that, the money that they'll be saving by that property paying for itself, if anything happen, they got that bank account in case that's a secure account in case anything happen.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah. So that's lit.
On top of that, we just been, staying consistent. You're going to have your days where you want to go out. You see people having birthdays. When you live this lifestyle as an entrepreneur, you are going to sacrifice. You cannot have both. Sometimes you can't be at the birthday. Sometimes you can't be at the wedding. Sometimes you can't be at the funeral. Sometimes it's cold to say that right there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you own a business, if you don't show up, guess what? They're going to call somebody else that will, and life is over for you.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is saying, well, why you can't be here and why you can't do that? If I leave, who going to pay my bills? Am I going to be able to come to y'all? No, probably not. So just know that when you get in business, you are the owner. It's not FedEx. It's not a Fortune 500. If you're not there, they got Jerome to fill the spot. They got Clark to fill the spot. When you're not there, who's going to fill your space? And then what is that company you're working with, or what is that business how is it going to survive, depending on what you're doing?
And man, when he said sacrifice, man, I done sacrificed a lot 13 years. I done missed funerals. I done missed birthday parties. I done missed nieces and nephews and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt, y'all.
It definitely does.
It do
So
hurt.
I would recommend y'all to do what he did, even though he probably messed up, but they probably got in a little argument about that, like flying his people out here. Did y'all get in a little argument?
No,
I just
not like
told
that.
him. I said, because my little brother was like, man, let him have no fun. He never really played with no money. So I was like, yeah, you're right. Just let him experience that.
Yeah,
But we're gonna get back on track
That's
right
lit.
after.
That's lit.
Right.
So I would recommend y'all do that.
Yeah.
Y'all do that.
Do that, please.
Go fly out. Set a day apart. Do
Yeah.
not miss those people. I done missed 101 birthdays and they passed away.
Right.
I couldn't see them until they was in the casket. Till they was getting put in the dirt. And you know how that hurt? But for me trying to plant a seed over here, man, I'm missing life over here. So remember while y'all working these businesses, make sure you set time apart. That's why jobs also have vacation days.
PTO.
When you a business owner, make sure that you put that money aside to take a vacation. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary, because life is short, bro. You know what I'm saying? Life is
definitely is.
long but short. Black men, we live anywhere from 70 to 75. You know what I'm saying? The women, they live to like 80, 85. So I'm 35. So you know what I'm saying? I'm about like 40% through my life. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know that. I made it out the hood. I thought I was going to die in the hood. So I would live life different when I was in that environment. So with that environment, change your environment. You know what I'm saying? Make time for your loved ones. And remember, it hurt, man, to see people pass away, to not see these people, man. We love all y'all. We taking these sacrifices so our next generation don't have to do this, and maybe we can fly y'all out. We can go turn up. I can pull up and buy a bottle, or I can come buy a house. I can come tell y'all how to build your credit, and it ain't gonna hurt. I can buy that multi-unit and then show y'all how to do it.
Yes, sir.
I can make you an authorized user on my credit card. You ain't getting it, but you're gonna get that credit history.
Yeah.
You feel me? So these the sacrifices you take in business, but make sure you sacrifice time out for those people too.
100%.
Because I ain't gonna lie, them days come and you be sick. Thanksgiving, I know the dates. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, birthdays,
Easter.
Mother's Day,
Father's Day.
Father's Day. Yeah.
My dad raised us from 8th grade to my freshman year, and I hated him. I ain't talked to him from 18 to 28.
But to remedy all of that, guess what?
You feel me?
Yeah.
Our end goal is to semi-retire within 5 years or less. That's why we're not playing. So we are trying to get our time back so we can do the things that we love and enjoy. But right now we're making that sacrifice.
Yeah, because the average person don't retire till they 65. I'm 35. I want to retire by the time I'm 40. That's why we're doing this YouTube. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Exactly.
That's why we're doing these businesses. But I want to always bless people.
Exactly.
Anybody asks me a question, they can't never say I held any game back.
For real.
I'm trying to tell you, get your credit, get your business account, anything, bro. I'm telling you.
Don't hoard the information. Share that information.
It's not going to hurt you. Only about like 6% of people go do it anyway.
Right.
And if you know who you are inside, if you know what you bring to the table, if you know what your ability is and your work ethic, can't nobody match that. God made you. So share the information. I'm not intimidated or feel some type of way. I could tell you the exact everything I did verbatim, move for move, play for play, because I'm not scared, because I'm me. You. I don't know what they're going to do with this information. I know what I'm going to do with it.
And they print money every day.
Every day.
Every day. It ain't like they holding on to money. It ain't no more land being made, but they print money every day. Remember that. Like Steve Harvey said, he said, why would the world bless you if you only taking care of you? So you might only get $100K that year because you're only taking care of you, right? But if you helping others, the God will bless you more. The universe will bless you more because you're helping multiple families. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come in abundance. That's why they already touching almost coming towards that 500,000 already because they helping others. You feel me? And now they helping each other. So now their unit becoming one. He also finna be married and the unit becoming one. You see how that mindset work?
Yes, sir.
Units that become one start looking at other people. Oh, let's come on this ship. Let's come on this train.
And it don't stop. When he get married and he buy his first house, or I buy my first house with my family, we moving in with them. They stacking bread. We gonna do the same play. Bam. Then they get their house, or we get a multi-family.
That sounds like something the Mexicans be doing.
Man, that's something.
You be seeing like 10
Mexicans
guys outside.
and Asians.
You be like, man, why they all outside? And the Haitians, why they all outside like that? Man, they getting property. They out there cutting grass. You feel me? Whatever they got to do to get to the bag.
Everybody in that house is trying to get to that next goal.
And a contributor.
Exactly.
That's very important because like in our culture, if they see one making the money, they feel like they didn't got to put in the pot. Remember to put in the pot, y'all. I don't care if you got to go work at Walmart, McDonald's, whatever you're working at.
In the pot.
Job is great to have. I know nowadays they saying like they like down or shaming jobs. The job gonna get you to the next level. It's gonna get you the money. It's gonna get you that credit card. It's gonna get you the secure loan.
Key point, man. Let me talk about a minimum wage job. Let's just say you have 3 like-minded people like you. Right, all of you guys make $19 an hour, and you come together. Okay, that's $57 an hour. Who makes $57 an hour?
Doctors, lawyers make like
nurses.
120.
How long did they go to school for?
About 8 to 12 years.
All right, 8 hours a day at $57 an hour is what? That's $456 a day. If y'all working a 5-day work week at an 8-hour day, that's $2,280 a month times 4. That's $9,120 a month times 12. That's $109,000 going through your household at how much?
Checking a bed, period.
So let's go. So you don't need
a
degree.
So that's 6 figures a year that y'all can take and invest in some land,
CIS,
a business.
Combined income strategically. Yeah. That's what that's called.
CIS.
Combined income strategically.
Y'all heard that?
Let's go.
KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Exactly.
Keep it simple.
Right. Don't make excuses.
Yeah.
Lose your excuses. Find your results.
Yeah. That's lit right there.
Yes, sir.
So I got anything else y'all want to talk about? So like, I'm gonna take you back, or just think like
recap.
So we gonna recap on this. So what I mean by this, like, when you first started and you didn't know anything? Because this is out there for people that want to get into trucking, want to get into business with family or anybody close. It don't have to be family. It could be a homie, because homies are family.
Exactly.
You got some homeboys that treat you better than your family.
That's
so
right.
Y'all got to remember that.
And
blood,
just as
you know how they
motivating
say
and
blood
inspiring.
is thicker than water? Not all the time. Not definitely in our culture. You know what I'm saying? So long as you get one person around, you value them and make sure that you love them and y'all make up an idea or a plan. To me, people couldn't be around me if they wasn't on what I'm on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you the game, but if you're not trying to come to the game and play with me, I gotta go hoop, bro. You're trying to pull me off the court to go to the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this game of life every day trying to get to the bag. But I also got a reason. I got a why. So y'all got to know y'all why. He got a wife on the way. He said he want to create generational wealth. He know his why. Have a why, no excuses.
Exactly.
So we're going to take y'all back to the beginning if y'all don't know. So starting off with trucking, what you think is the most important thing they need to do to start now?
Most important thing to do your research on the industry. Like I said, it's an $875 billion a year industry. It is not a job. It is a career. A job is somewhere where you cannot move. Career, you can start off as a police officer, then a detective, then a police chief. You can start off as a journeyman plumber, then a foreman, then an engineer. Every career has growth. Trucking, you can start off making $40,000 a year or $4 million a year, depending on what you do with it. 2 of my friends are millionaires. 3 Rolls Royce, 17 houses, 30-unit apartment complex. These are men.
Oh, they got cars and mansions?
Man,
the stuff
listen,
that we like to look and see?
Drive a
Exactly.
truck.
Okay.
When I picked my brother up from jail in a Rolls Royce Wraith on Foes, just to show him and that this dude don't sell drugs. He drive a truck. He hauls Teslas. You see what I'm saying? He moved cars. This is just one sector of the industry. He was making $685,000 every 3 months.
And y'all don't have to do y'all research. He shot it out the companies that do it. So y'all can just look at the company and go to it now. He did the research. He did the GPS for y'all.
Sir.
Right. And like I said before, if you combine your income, if you don't want to do trucking, what that formula I gave you where y'all can make $100,000 with
What's the
all
formula
three,
again? Say it one more time.
CIS, combined income strategically. You take 3 minimum wage jobs of $15 an hour, that's $45 an hour. Do the math. All you got to do is push the multiplication button. We all know that. And take that money and go start something. Come up with a plan where you can house that money to make it work for you.
That's right.
And like I said, that's 3 times the effort. And what do you want more out of life? You want to have your privacy, or you want to feel like you're the big man or the boss, or you want the result of where that's going to take you? You take and pick and make your choice. What you want? Me personally, I want to be on the beach, 10 toes down in the sand, pina colada in my hand. You understand? So I tell people all the time, what do you really want?
And stop capping and making up excuses, lying about what you want. Because when them little 20Ks came in and everybody was scamming, we seen what they wanted. They was buying the cars, they was taking the trips. So that's what everybody want. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's okay to want those things, but make sure you're working for them. What's
They
something
ran
you
it
could
up
tell
and
them?
ran it out.
Yeah.
What I could tell you is, just like what Cuz said, do your research, go on Google, YouTube. You know, the information is on your phone. It's in your hand. You know, go look at what these truck schools are offering, trying to make you do. You know, see how much bread you could come up with. If you want to do a truck school that'll just be local and, you know, probably charge you $5,000-$6,000 just to get your license. But if you want to go over the road and get that real experience, snow, rain, dust storms, go do that if you want to go to Stevens Transport. And
Where they located at? The Stevens Transport.
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
That's the one y'all both
Yeah,
went
but
to?
there's Prime, there's CR England, there's Stevens Transport, there's Swift. All of these different companies, and I could keep going on and on and on.
But
and
you
on.
go do it. You go look it up.
Yeah.
They gave y'all the names. They gave y'all the GPS. There's no more excuses.
I want to make this very clear though. Don't get so concerned about the money. Learn your skill set. Learn the craft first. All of that will come. Every person I know that's successful in what they do, they had to gain experience. Everybody want to go from
10,000 hours they call it. Put the 10,000
10,000
hours
in
to get the knowledge.
to master something.
Yeah.
So from everybody want to skip A and go straight to C. B is what you need. The experience. That's somebody to try to cut you out of bag. Somebody to try to get over on you. Some money that you lost investing in something you didn't research or learned about. So learn the industry, learn your craft, find out what you and this is the other thing. You can't get insured by most of these companies if you don't get the experience.
Yeah,
You
6
come out
months experience at least.
So starting off, you need 6 months experience
to a year.
most of the time.
It's mostly a year. They want
Mostly
a year.
a year, yeah.
And,
So just to be safe, just say a year.
and
Yeah.
you need at least a year and a half to 2 years to get in this industry we in.
Yeah.
The hazmat period. They don't even look at you. Nope. come back in a year, come back in a year and a half.
So go and get in them trucks and go and get in them companies that's paying for you to be in their trucks and their companies.
Right.
Because you being in them other jobs anyway. So what's 2 years? A blink of an eye?
Right.
It'll go by so quick. Ask
Real
him.
quick. I've been out here for a year. I can't believe how quick it went.
I've been out here 5 years.
Man.
So if y'all looking to move to AZ, man, it's a blissful place. I'm trying to tell y'all. A lot of people say it's boring and slow. Slow your life down. They from Cali, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They both from Cali. Cali fast.
Bay
I'm from
Area.
Chicago,
Shout
bro.
out to Oakland.
Chicago fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Slow your ass down, man. You've been
Yes,
living that
sir.
fast life. You know what I'm saying? That's your past life now. Do you want to stay in the past? You feel me?
Exactly.
Stay there. If you want to get to the next level, that's a big life hack. Move away. What made you pick AZ? What made y'all pick AZ?
Well, like I said, I guess it was fate. And the crazy thing is, like I said, Dakar was one of the first black people I met when I got here. I didn't think they was out here. Bro.
I haven't seen one black person since I got here.
I ain't know them.
Listen,
I ain't know them.
Right. I was at work on one of my jobs, not too far. We ain't gonna say the location, but I walked up to him, bro, where can I get a haircut from?
What was that again?
I was at work. We was at Fry's, the gas station. I was
Fry's,
delivering a
yeah.
load, and he was filling up. So I guess that brought the fate. The first dude I meet,
That's why I talked to him.
the first first
It was just
person I
random
meet,
nigga hitting the gas tank like, what's up, bro? What the I'll be like, bro, bad back a little bit, bro. Bad back. I seen him putting that gas in the ground in the truck, and I was like, oh, my boy do trucks. You feel me?
Flammable.
Yeah.
You know
Shout
what I'm
Shout out to
Chopping it up.
D-Lo, you feel me?
And,
Yes, sir.
One thing led to another. We stayed in contact, and look at here we are now. I'm, went from employee to business owner, and we trying to do big things. But like I said, just it's crazy how the world works. I didn't know this brother from a can of paint. I didn't know how he was moving. I didn't know he had this platform. I didn't, he told me he did tattooing. Did I know the scale of in nature with that? No. But look at where we are now.
Right.
And remember, when you get to the next level, never be cocky, man.
Never.
Stay humble.
Stay humble always.
Wherever you at, man, remember, open your mouth. Talk to one another because from our cities, man, it's your block, your family, nobody else.
That's right.
So, man, the more hands you shake, the more opportunities that open up for you. Now, he can go in a room and speak for me. He can go in a room and speak for me. I can go in rooms and speak for them. Now we on this big YouTube room and we speaking together.
Greet
Yes,
your
sir.
people. Talk to your people. When you see them coming out the store, say, how you doing? It don't got to be a mean mug exchange. It could be, brother, how you doing? Sister, how you doing?
I met my little ugly homie over here, Q Inc. Shout out to Q Inc. I seen him in the tattoo supply. He said he knew who I was or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I spoke to him or something, right? Yeah, I spoke to him. You feel me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to him. I seen him and I was like, oh, bro, you do. I thought he did piercings. He ain't even buy nothing. So he said the universe just told him to go there.
Man.
So sometimes, man, take different routes. Go to different locations. Stop going to the same coffee spot.
Right.
Stop driving the same route every day. Stop going to the same clubs, man. Go to different places where you can see different faces. Shake different hands. Introduce yourself.
Turn your brother into Gucci. Put his hat on. Put his shoe on. Put his shirt on. Let's make our infrastructure strong and big. And all this money we spend on Jordans, $30 million a year on Jordans, put that on your bruh hat or turn him into Jordan. Support what he doing. That's what I'm all about, supporting our people, their local business, and it's okay to see him win.
Yep.
It's okay to see this brother right here win. It's okay to see the sister and this brother over here win. Support your people, man, and be out there, stay active, because when we come together and we get strong, like I said, you could press your finger into somebody's chest, it'll probably break if you did it real hard. But if you ball up those fingers and turn them into a fist, you're going to knock somebody out. So we need to come together just like that fist so we can start knocking down some of these barriers and moving into some better lanes for our people and our family.
All right, so before we close it out, y'all think we good? Y'all good?
Well, I want to take you back to the experience part of this.
Take it back.
So, coming from my whole life up until now, I always played by the book. I always factory worker, warehouse worker. You know what I mean?
You did what though? Played by the book?
Yeah, I played it by the book.
Same.
So I wasn't on the streets. I wasn't selling none of that. I always
And
tried
now
to
you
keep it
making street
legitimate.
money now?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that? You can
yeah.
play it by the book. Don't let this rap shit or all this shit fake you.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I played it by the book too, even though I was moving and fighting and all that shit. My
Right.
brother, we was gang banging, we had to represent, but I didn't go as far to shoot at people.
Exactly.
You feel me? You don't want to take no life and then take your own life. What you in here for?
Exactly.
$50, $100? You feel me?
Exactly.
I got homies and family that did that, and we praised that shit. So shout out to you for playing it by the book.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, but with this trucking, I'm telling you right now, I'm making $19 an hour. To me, that's my highest pay that I ever had, legitimately. And when I started, I was like, man, I'm getting this little bit of money, but my cousin was like, you gotta look past that. You getting that experience. You in the beast stage now. You know what I mean? And I just followed it through. And he was like, all right, when you get over this side, I'm gonna groom you. I'm gonna show you the game. And that's exactly what he did when I got to AZ. He showed me the whole game. He showed me how to drive more, because first I started off as a local driver. I was in hills and stuff, but not the hills we running.
Shape.
Yeah, exactly. And hauling these flammables, it's a lot of security with it, and you the number one target on the road as far as DOT, Department of Transportation. They picture you as the highest target because you got a bomb on your back. And as I'm driving down these roads, I got to drive for myself. I got to drive for everybody else. And my cousin told me safety, slow it down, watch ahead, 5 miles ahead, and just be courteous to everybody. Even though somebody cut you off, don't be mad at them. They just trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, you still gonna get where you got to get to.
And we gonna get to where you got to get to regardless. But at the end of the day, you trying to get home every day.
And if y'all move out here to AZ, I can give y'all a recommendation of that. It's a lot of road rage shootings out here.
Yes.
I'm talking about they getting angry in traffic and they shooting.
More than I ever seen.
So I love that input that he's saying. Take your time. You gonna get there. You ever been speeding, blowing a horn, whip around somebody, and you at the light with them?
Exactly.
This ain't no race.
This ain't no
It's
race.
a marathon.
My boss told me this a long time ago. If I do 55 miles to work and you do 75, you're only gonna beat me by 5 minutes. So how important is that 5 minutes to you? Your
Not
life?
at all.
So
Yeah, so y'all got any like trucking books or something they can look at, or they get all that in school?
you can go down to your local, your Department of Motor Vehicle, the MVD out here, get a pamphlet, start to skim through it. There's different columns and blogs. There's podcasts, there's YouTube, and you can get a lot of information online. Like I said, reach out to us. The Instagram is there. I talk to everybody all the time. I have people in my DMs.
Information is
I share
right here.
any and all information with you.
Definitely.
But just like I said, learn your craft, man.
Yeah, and I want to give y'all that book earlier I was talking about with all the different accounts and how to pay yourself. It's called Profit First. I got another book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, How to Win Friends and
Robert
Influence
Kiyosaki.
People. You know what I'm saying? He out here in AZ. That's where he started all his properties. and all that
$100
shit. You
That's
feel me?
right.
So y'all got to have those books. Do you have any books that kind of like groomed you that you could?
I want to say the 4 Agreements. That was a book on life, and then mastering your emotions. A lot of times as brothers, we real aggressive. We go from 0 to 100 real quick. So you want to master that, especially going into business. We already have a taboo of what type of attitude or how people see us in certain lights. So you want to be totally the opposite of that when you go out here.
Yeah, and then I'll put all the links down below. I'll put like links to all these books down below, or just books that can help you all out a lot. I'm going to shout out a couple. 10X Rule, Power of Habit. You feel me? The 4-Hour Work Week, Crushing It. You feel me? That's just a couple of the books. The Magic of Thinking Big. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they was just talking about. Thinking Big. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind.
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, 48 Laws of Power. I'm going to give y'all 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Hustle harder, hustle smarter. You know what I'm saying? Start off with that because it'll get you warmed up to books, because some of them going to put you to sleep. I ain't going to cap. So, but when that knowledge coming through you, man, ain't nothing they could do to you. But
And I don't
Money
want
is just a tool. Money just buys clothes and cars. Knowledge is the ultimate money.
Yep.
And when you reading these books, don't be thinking like, oh man, this some nerd shit or whatever. But it's really giving you knowledge. All these rich white folks always read books, man.
Revenge of the Nerds.
That's right.
Everybody that we see we getting money nowadays, who is it?
White folks.
So it ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd. They try to make it like being a nerd or being smart something wrong.
That's
you
right.
see all this terminology these brothers throwing out? They trucking nerds.
Exactly.
DM them. Become a nerd. Check
Right.
that bag. Don't run the streets with the heat. You
No.
feel me? It's only going to last so long before somebody take you away. I lost a lot of loved ones, a lot of friends.
And after you gone, guess what? They're going to keep drinking. They're going to keep partying. and
Next
you
person take your slot.
You're going to be an afterthought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For what?
So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We out of here. I appreciate you brothers being here. Congratulations on that business.
Appreciate it.
Man,
Thank you
for
We
having
definitely
us.
going to have y'all back. And, man, go follow them. Follow the journey.
Yes,
we out
sir.
here. Yes, sir.
Let's go.